This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee here, and the good news is that this is on its way into India. Fiat Chrysler will launch it sometimes early next year, and the Grand Cherokee here defines everything that the concept of Jeep stands for. Big, powerful, muscular and even rugged. I'm sure many of you out there are just waiting to lay your hands on this, and now it's time for me to get in behind the wheel.
Grand Cherokee has become an iconic brand in its native America, and as it comes to India, it will bring the same formidable reputation that it has for many years. A vehicle which is a true terrain buster and will carry you anywhere without much fuss. And it is this reputation which will put the Grand Cherokee on top of the priority list for many looking for a rugged vehicle which shouts tough from the rooftop. And the Grand Cherokee is big too, with a wheelbase of 2,915 millimeters and enough space to make the Mumbai living rooms look like miniatures. And it is packed with gizmos also. Cherokee is actually as usable on an everyday basis as any premium car you can buy. And then if you marry all the features and the bells and whistles to a 4x4 with a high ground clearance, it instantly transforms itself into a Jeep. And that's what the Grand Cherokee is all about. But the reason you will buy this is not your desire to off-road, but to boost your image. And that this Grand Cherokee will do for you with ease.
The Grand Cherokee is all about driving a brute, but with loads of refinement and polish. The interiors are well crafted and look classy. At over 4.8 meters in length, she offers generous space inside. The Grand Cherokee gives you the feeling that you have arrived in life, and that includes a commanding driving position. If you thought that the speed breakers on Indian roads are insurmountable, then think once again, because this car comes with what is called the Quadra airlift suspension, which in simple English means that if I press the button here, the ride height of the car increases, which in turn means that I can not only off-road more effectively, but also I don't need to be afraid of those silly speed breakers anymore. The Grand Cherokee might have evolved over the years, but essentially at heart she still remains an off-roader. Armed with a 4x4, a high ground clearance and 20-inch wheels, she is ready to go terrain busting. The Grand Cherokee is powered by a 3-liter V6 common rail turbo diesel unit, which churns out about 570 Newton meters of torque, and this really comes in handy when you go off-roading. For the highway, it has a very useful 240 bhp on the tap. This modern-day Grand Cherokee has gone way beyond the concept of just being a simple off-roader. This is as much loaded as any other SUV you can find in the market today, and all the features that money can buy. Let me talk about a few. Heated steering wheel, heated seats which are electrically adjustable, a navigational system with a touchscreen, an electric sunroof. As I said, it has everything that you might need in a car. But what sets this apart is this logo here, the Jeep branding, which gives it an iconic stature. And it says very proudly here, since 1941. And that's a lot of history behind the car.
The interiors of the Grand Cherokee is spacious and filled with all conceivable features. Grand Cherokee will be in the showrooms early next year, and I'm sure it will have a few eager buyers because after all it's a machine which truly defines the spirit of Jeep and outdoors, and this is where it remains a bit different from any other SUV. The Grand Cherokee has evolved over time into becoming refined and sophisticated and a bit like a sedan, while the other SUVs are more like sedans converted into off-roaders. The Grand Cherokee at heart remains an off-roader and a machine you are sure to aspire for.
I'm sure there are many people in India who would like to park one of these in their garage. The Grand Cherokee is really well made, it's comfortable and meets all the requirements of a true off-roader. And on top of that, she sports this legendary Jeep badging. But what just might act as a speed breaker in your mad rush to the Fiat Chrysler showroom is the fact that the company is planning to bring this as a CBU, or a completely built-up unit as they call it, which in turn means that the car will be priced around rupees 50 lakhs. And if this doesn't dampen your spirit, I'm sure you're ready to acquire one.